Good morning from Switzerland. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Also in the replay. Oh my God, what an exciting time. I'm at my parents' house at the moment and surrounded with my nephews and all the children of my siblings. It's so exciting. And as you can imagine, we often have so much quality time together. It's really touching. And I did, honest to be honest, underestimate the thing because at the same times I launched Beleggio. And yes, you could actually ask, why now when you have this quality time with your people in your home country? And I actually did not really choose it because the founding member launch has to happen now, and you will learn why in the end of the video. And I also explain you everything what Beleggio does, what all these AI agents in a package are making for your business so that you actually get quality time back. Exactly this time I actually love to use now and enjoy with my people. But you also get your nerves back, literally. You get your time and your nerves, and I mean it's life quality overall as an owner. And it doesn't matter if you just start out and you think you have everything in your view and in your control, or if you are already very experienced. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of sales or creditors or less creditors or sales, it doesn't matter really. It's so exciting. Beleggio is actually able to work with you in a customized way so that you, or even if you have assistants already, get a relief. So let me start from the beginning with my own story, because I think then you will probably better understand why I'm so excited for this solution and why it is so important for me to give birth, not only for me and my business, but also for you and every very, very excited and dedicated entrepreneur out there. Hello, Arnold. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So, let me share something in the beginning, which is really not flattering to me. For years, I did not have uh, a recept problem. You know, this document, I would never tell someone I had a problem with documents or with cash flow or the idea where my money is, or not to have control over that. But I actually had an avoidance problem. We can call it like that. Because there was no neat folder full of resets sitting on my desktops. You cannot imagine that. Like, I just grabbed something from my father, right? It's not like that. And I never had like a folder and all the resets are there or the documents are there. But they actually always were still in inboxes. As I'm an online entrepreneur since over than 12 years already, I really cared about the digital thing. I got everything in the emails. Sometimes we have still to download the things from portals, but they are mainly in the emails. And I don't know how you have it, but you can actually write email in the comments if you can feel me here. My inboxes, and I have several, are just full, over full. I have so much stuff there, and it's actually nowadays in AI times, it's a very specific way why how I handle the inboxes, and only thanks to AI. So I don't go to inboxes anymore since years because of all these documents which are delivered there. And, you know, it was such a big work, and it cumulated with every day, week, and month just to collect those and to name it them and to sort it in a specific folder, online, of course, so that my accountant expert could have access to it, right? So I'm a really structured person. I really love the lists and the overview, and the things are on the right, in the right boxes, let's say it like that. But this work, the more I was in my really soul calling, the more I really served with my true purpose, this work actually created something like a pressure for me. I mean, it's just a work which has to be done, right? And what I did, I pushed it to the next week, then to the next month. And every time when I pushed it, it did obviously not go away, and no one did the work for me. And the pressure, it was very subconscious, but my body could really feel it, but I did not listen, as you probably know. It got just heavier. And I think this is a part nobody talks about. It's unfinished admin work, and this work does not sit still. Actually, it waits very, I mean, it's very, how do you say in German? I even forgot the word in German. It's very patient, right? It waits, but it's not doing the work on its own yet. So the more I actually procrastinated with that, the heavier got the pressure and also the sorrows. And guess what? The worst thing actually was the the guilt. This guilt just not to do the thing. And it was so crazy, I tell you. I mean, I do business now since 22 years on my own. I have the fourth company now in Dubai. I really know that I know how to do this work, right? And I know also from the beginning when I started as a startup with my first company. This was stock school at that days. I loved it. I was a very good accountant as well. I have my certifications here in Switzerland, so I was one of the best also in the classes, you know. And as soon as I did it for my company, it got heavier because I actually found my true purpose and I wanted to have my energy there. And that's really naturally. And it's not only okay, it's important that we allow to do this. So when the year finally ends, my accountant would get in touch. And this was the first thing I actually delegated, to do the accountants in the end of the years and also prepare for the taxes things. So this was my first investment for a team member, this expert, right? But I mean, he did not do the document thing uh, in the beginning. So he came and he reached out, and and this was even more pressure and even more guilt. And I procrastinated again for weeks and for months, and he had to delay all this, you know. I mean, we have to deliver to the government within a certain time, right? So it was so heavy. But the worst was actually the guilt, because suddenly I told myself I'm not able to do it, but it's not true, right? So you even don't realize that you tell yourself bad, limited stories which are not true. So it gets actually a part of your self confidence, and it also can happen that it gets an influence to your visibility. And if you also are entrepreneur and already a few years on the road, right? And you realize, oh my God, I am not as visible as I should be, especially if you are in the online entrepreneurial space. You should be visible, right? We know the thing. Then it could be one part that you have a subconscious guilt about such work, right? So I actually did the first thing because I was already a digital automation dedicated entrepreneur at the time. I did my first customer winning funnels in 2012 and 13. But even the years before, I did everything digitally or automatic I could. But at the time, it was not possible to automate internal stuff. So the first thing was to delegate also the document part, right? I invested in assistants. At that time, there it was not popular to have online virtual assistants. So I had my first, within the first years, I had my first offline assistant. I paid, and this was obviously a first relief. It was so good, right? But you know what? In the end, the thing with the procrastination and the pressure on me did actually not stop, because either the assistant had questions within the years, always again and again, and it was for me so pressuring, so annoying, or later on, the accountant had questions, came back and wanted the answers now or later, or with the times he wrote an email with all the questions. And I procrastinated. I refused to read these emails. Probably, you don't know these problems, but just write it in the chat if you can feel me. Chat, just write email or something, so that I feel you as well. Thank you for the energy giving back. So the real true I actually really never wanted to hear was that there is a specific part which will always be the part of the owner or the CEO, right? And the art of delegating or automating the thing is actually that you first are open to do that, and second, that you are open to adjust the thing. With we will see that later also with Beleggio, because Beleggio will actually raise with you, it will adjust with you and your needs. It's something like, if you know the spam intelligence, we have that in our emails since years, right? It also learns with your behavior when we do it correctly. So it's something like that. My agents will adapt to your needs, and then actually learn to to teach themselves according to your needs. That's why it's very crucial that you are there also in the onboarding sequence. We do that together in the Founding Member Lounge, because you not only work in literally everything from months, which is the biggest part in the beginning, right? But also you learn from me and my agents how they get your teachings, right? It's literally a training. So back at that time, I actually thought I have the thing under control. I believed I had all in my head, and I was really good with my head. I had every number by heart, really, for years. And even my accountant was always astonished by this. When he had something like a number, let's say 29.71 Swiss francs, I just knew it. I knew it, what it was, which vendor, which where the document could be actually as well. And this was crazy. So this told me I have it in my head by heart consciously, but I actually did not. So I could look at one amount on a bank statement and just tell everything. And this told me I have the overview of my liquidity in my accounts. And I always had different bank accounts, and I will have again with the new company. But yes, I really recommend that. So I had it in my head. But once it actually broke open, when I started to build real tables, because I had just this subconscious, this underlined feeling that something goes wrong, especially when I looked at the results in the end of the year. Before I introduced my companies to profit first, I actually never had the real profit. I had the profit on the paper, but not in cash in my accounts. This is actually another story, but Beleggio will help you with that as well and support you. And one of the future ideas of my agents is to support you also with the profit first um, intelligence, which is a known science. You can actually go and grab the books about that. Just put profit first in Amazon. But I started to study profit first actually, and realized, okay, I want to have these tables, I want to have this list, I want to have a real overview, black on white, right? And I did my first Excels. I was always very good in programming Excel, so I did the things, and in the first hand, like always, it made a lot of pleasure. And then again, I had the problem to do the regular work, right? I mean, we have every month new vendors, new creditors. We have every month those where we stop and cancel, and you have just to maintain this list again, right? But this was actually the first step where I realized, okay, I really don't have it in my head by heart. It was not possible. It was actually very disappointing, but it was the hard truth. So I saw suddenly why I was never truly liquid at the end of the year, or when I had to do, or I just desired to do some new investments within the years. I actually, you think probably, yeah, you can go and just have a look on your bank account, but that's not the truth. Because if you are not measuring the average of your monthly and yearly spends, you can actually not tell really which money is available, right? So at that time, with the first Excel list, I realized it was very, very hard, the real truth. And the number waiting on me with the average I should actually save every month so that I have no problems when I also pay the yearly bills and want to have real liquidity and cash in my profit, real, right? I realized the number is much, much bigger. It was actually a shock, but it was a healing shock, as you can imagine, right? So then I realized, okay, I introduced a few years ago all these tables and these lists to myself and my assistants at that time. It was not bad. I could live with that, but still I had all these several pressure points in a year, especially in the end of the year or in the beginning of the new year for the last year. And I still hated it, and I still hated it more and more. And then the time come when I had an assistant not doing the job. Actually, I cashed her, I paid her for this job, and I suddenly realized she did not. I could not have the overview. I could not just go and consult this list when I want to do an investment. This was so frustrating. I just actually fired her. And this was the moment, it was in February last year, 2025, where I decided, so now AI is here. I have to do something. It must be automated, maximally automated, and I will work and grow with that. And this was when in spring last year, I programmed my first custom GPT, doing it at a time also with make.com. Probably you know the things, right? It's very important when we do the automations online. And it worked once to grab the documents in my emails once, and then I introduced it to my clients, and then it worked never again. And this was crazy. I had just to accept those boundaries at the time with AI, right? I mean, it was 14 months ago. It's crazy. So I realized, and you know myself, I I go with spirit world and impulses from my soul. So I just listened. They told me to wait now and to observe the AI development, and I did. In the meantime, I actually created the soul calling GPT to help you to really realize what your true purpose is. I created the soul message GPT, which is with my uh, self a self-created tarot set. It will all launch soon, actually, because it's going digital, everything. And I created a lot of for my clients the YouTube Growth GPT and the Launch GPT, all the things, right? So this was those time, and it's brilliant. It's such a nice feeling, exciting feeling for me to know my clients have those stuff. So, but suddenly this spring again, I felt the calling again. I realized, oh my God, I have to try it again. But I realized that if you are a little bit in AI, you remember probably in spring, OpenAI had a bad um, reputance. The people had not a good meaning, but a very good meaning about Anthropic and Claude, which was really rolling up the things from January on, and and it was true, right? So I jumped into the Claude and Claude Code, and I learned all this vibe coding, which was fun. And then I realized I have to do another thing, not with a customized GPT, but actually with agents. So I started in, I think it was March or April, with the first, I called it creditor agent, um, with the first agent idea with Claude as my sparring partner and Claude Code as my coding partner. And he created a really brilliant agent. Actually, we solved the problems, the accesses to 4 different email accounts already, which was brilliant. But all the other stuff, he literally just could not work through it. It was not able to really find solutions, and he had always these loops. And after 2 or 3 weeks of hours on hours sitting and vibe coding, I stopped the thing, and I just let it go, right? When I was sitting then again with spirit world and my soul, they just told me, it's coming again, it's coming back very fast, just be prepared. And it was actually like that. It was in when we did start, and I think it was June. I also introduced and I invited Arnold to start with me at the time. He's also here in the chat. Hi, Arnold. In the beginning, we were together. So for him, it was the first time to watch an agent to vibe code, right? But at that time, I realized it was exactly the day after OpenAI's announcements that they introduced the up level of codex. I realized, oh my God, now it's my time. I heard the features and I was so excited. I just sat down and I started again. But this time I vibe code with Codex, and still Claude was my sparring partner. And in the same time, starting that thing, I actually saw the announcement of X Prize. on the timeline of my former mentor, Dan Martell. I was in his classes last year, which was exciting. I love this guy. And he's so inspiring, not only in entrepreneurship, but also in coding and AI things. And actually, I met him in Dubai last fall, and I have a picture with him, very, very exciting. And so he announced on his timeline that he's one of the sponsors of the big Gemini Express hackathon, which was Build Your AI. But it's not just a 3-day hackathon to build something and to present the idea, but actually to really build it and to really sell it and to really have clients with feedbacks, right? So this is a 3 months hackathon, and I realized it, and I felt it. It was so exciting, and I felt it. I have to actually register for that as well. So that's the reason why I actually cannot choose when I launch. By the way, so the hackathon now is in the last 2 weeks, and I have still the chances to really fulfill the things, having true customers, clients, and having feedback also from them. That's the main reason why I really invest in this founding member. I call it founding member launch, because I want to go with the first little group of people realizing, okay, I want to go with that as well. I want to be part of this mission, because it will be a big mission. It will actually grow with us and adjust with us. And of course, there are special conditions. I will talk about that later. But we will really care in the week between 10th and 17th of August, so that we get these feedbacks and can actually train the first part, which is always the biggest part, right? So for me, I had actually the first I had in this meantime, I developed a thing for my company first, of course. And I already work on other agents, which will actually then uh, mm, yeah, come to the package. I first offer um, an agent one package, which is the first biggest relieving, but we really plan other agents with some more hurdles they must go through to much more problems, let's say, like downloading the documents and all the stuff. But we are working on that, and it's very, very good. It's coming soon. And first, we just care about those in the emails, right? And I finished it last week for my company. It was a big moment. It's so crazy genius. I have this dashboard. My members will have it as well then. I just have the overview. I see the actual monthly average expenses I have. Plus, in another thing, I see the amount, monthly average amount I should not touch, because the yearly average expenses are in this math as well, right? And I see a lot of other things as well. I had some wishes, some ideas, and it's very exciting. And the day before yesterday, actually, I could just use it. I was so exhausted after hours of working, but I wanted to do one investment. It had to be very fast, the things, right? I had to decide now. So I realized, oh, I have Beleggio now. I just pressed the button again, and it measured all the numbers. And normally you will actually feed it monthly. You can also feed it bi-weekly or weekly. It's up to you. But I do it monthly. So I had at least the numbers until the end of July. And then I realized, oh my God, it's looking very good. And I did the investment. It was done within 2 minutes. It's really good. So that's how it's working. it runs locally, and that's a part where I'm very, very proud of it, because I would not sell something to my clients or former clients, or potential clients, which in the end is then connected to a Anthropic or an OpenAI, and they have to pay fees there, right? As well, you will see later, they pay fees monthly to Beleggio as well, because we maintain the things and we grow together, right? But I really hate that part, that I sell something and then there are literally like hidden fees, because the dependence on the big players out there. And we all don't know how the game is going out, right? They have predictions for the next years for all the big players like OpenAI, Anthropic, Kimi, and all the things. But no one knows it, right? So this thing runs locally. It's not depending on those companies. I created with those. I wipe coded with those companies for sure. It's luck, luck for you, right? But you actually can just press one link and go through the assistant steps, and you get then the setup locally on your own machine. Your financial data does not sit on my server. I don't have a server here yet, right? It's just on your device. I or Beleggio never sees something. It's actually programmed that you can very safely deal with your data, which is very important, right? This was actually the reason, by the way, because I did the market research all the months ago, again and again, because I was so afraid that another one would literally invent something like that. And the end, I told myself, okay, worst case would be you can just buy it from another one and you have the solution for you, right? But I learned then this spring that it's not invented, or only partially invented now, because of all the fears of the data which we actually go through with our clients. And the most of the AI inventors, creators out there, they actually just want a fully automation. And here we go actually with my values and my mission, which is the bigger values, AI and human together. So it's absolutely perfect. Beleggio is always a teamwork with you and the AI running locally on your machine. So it's never another AI platform depending on it. You don't have to pay monthly credit or some stuff like it. You just pay for Beleggio, of course, right? So this was a really deliberate decision, and I'm so proud of it. And you then install it yourself. You get the guidance from a little assistant. It's very funny. You do the things, and we do it together in the founding member launch, actually. And later, when you join later, you get 2 spots a month to join me or someone on my team online if you want to do things together, just to ask questions through the process, right? But you get checklists, you get videos step by step. You just do the things step by step. There's no hurry, no rush, no pressure. And then it's building a thing. It's actually a package of several agents, and it asks you for access to the desired email accounts. And if it's like in my case a really big mess with in between 4 accounts, because I had also the things on the email accounts of the Swiss house of coaching, and I have the new house of coaching in Dubai and all the stuff. We actually also have recommendation to better organize yourself. Let's say just use one email address for your bills, right? So in the package there are free emails account included. You can just tell how to access, and it's very safely. We never see something. It's just you and your own agent. Then you have literally an own Beleggio agent just talking to you, right? And he sets up the things. He creates a login for you, which is actually very, very precious. Yes, a login on your own device, not because it's on my server. I never say the things. It's on your own device and saving you, let's say, when um, someone in the family or a child sees your computer open, you go to toilet or something, it's not happening that someone can do something without your logins, right? So these credentials stay with you, or the person you trust. When you have an assistant, or your accountant has an assistant and you want to introduce them the thing, it's absolutely perfect. So, one more thing, because people really worry about this, the agent never deletes anything. This is also very, in the first hand, I must be honest, I really hated the thing, because I wanted that he collects the documents and then deletes the email, because I hated the thought all these emails are still there, right? But it's really a big chaos in my case. So I learned that it's very important that he's actually not touching those, because sometimes also the agents are searching something, right? It can still happen that your accountant is coming and tell you, I miss one document, and then you just send your Beleggio again to have a look very specifically for this document, right? So it's good. He does never delete something. He, if you really want it, you can actually ask him to prepare something and then you delete it on your own with one click, right? So this is a very big thing, and a lot of people told me that they are concerned about that. It's good, right? And the agent actually ignores things also. He's trained to ignore the spam thing, which, for an example, we learned that sometimes there are very, very mean emails. They are coming very sneaky, also written by AI, by the way, but they are coming with the first sentence like, we just sent you the bill and you did not pay, but there was never a bill, there was never a service, I did never book something, it's just scam, right? So my Beleggio agents also learned that, to actually verify all this little whatever it is, it could be, which was not for us as a real creditor and a vendor, right? So this founding member launch is actually, oh, I just forgot to tell you what he's doing then. He collects all the documents, he downloads them and uploads them in a specific drive on which you choose. We recommend a Google Drive, and we also pay you the first $5, because you are in a cent area monthly. It's really, really cheap, but we recommend this Gemini product, not only because of the X price thing, but also it's just the easiest thing. It's another AI. It's already here. It's not a dependence, by the way, because I told you it's locally and not depending on others. But it's just the fastest way for to start, and you can later on still choose another cloud, let's say your Apple cloud or something like that, or a specific disk or something, whatever you need. But in the beginning, I would start with that. It will offer that. It's programmed like that. And we will see, because it's also programmed to adjust and to customize whatever you need. But it collects the things in your cloud of your choice, and it. It even names it with a specific key I gave them, so that your accountant can see with one eye, a blink of an eye, the overview without even touching the document or opening it. Right there is the name of the vendor, the amount, where it has been paid in, on which bank account and in which currency, which is very important. In my case, we have 4 currencies in the Dubai company. So this is very exciting. And then it is there, and you can give access to your accountant. That's very good. But it's not stopping there. It's actually doing then the aftermath with this very, I love the things with this, um, the numbers of the averages for a monthly average and the yearly average, but also the not touching average amount a month, right? So you have the dashboard, then it shows all the average numbers on your dashboard, and you can reload it whenever you need it. And it's also working with your bank statements, actually. This is the biggest thing. It's very important because also your accountant probably will use only your bank statements, I think. It's usually like that, and go through the things. So it makes a reality check. Your Beleggio makes a reality check according the bills and the statements, and it can also tell you. Let's say in my case, I'm a founder still after 2 years with the new company in Dubai, and I still invest private money, right? Because it's not in the black numbers yet. It's coming good, right? So I want to have an overview of my private investments with one click. I want to have an overview of all the investments for salaries with one click, and so on, right? And this is then the magic part. And I really love that. It's also included in this first agent bundle. And you actually, we are working on other features, and the founding member get those features. Everything in the bundle, which will grow and raise and coming with updates, will be just be there for the founding members. The new people coming later, they have to buy those things as add-ons, right? But in this case, let's say I actually asked my codex, I would really love just to chat with my dashboard, not just to click something and it's bringing the numbers which are programmed, but that I can chat. Let's chat about last April. How was it there? How was it compared with the April of the other year, 2025? It was just like an idea, and I'm going with that. It's a good example to tell you it's growing and it's not just a one day thing, right? Don't sell it like that and then it's over. It's actually very a compassionate thing, and we grow with that. Everyone involved grow with that. Also with your needs, it's a very important thing. The founding member get a specific very secret area on Telegram where we actually have a daily communication, to come back and forth, because I really want to grow also with my founding members. Thanks to them, and they can grow better and faster also because they are already founding members, right? So those are, speaking of founding members, a small, deliberately limited group, not a marketing number. I have my goals, of course, but it's a number which I really care to come together and to do the things together without having an idea of your privacy, right? So we will meet in the first week. We start actually with the onboardings, with the first onboardings Monday, August 10th, and we have the whole week, and we'll meet every day, and I will help all those in the calls just to go through with the agents. It's actually not necessary, but it's a good feeling to have our back, right? And we can just talk and we can go back and forth. And that's why it's really good. With a limited group, it makes more fun. And there are actually two parts of it. There is first this white glove onboarding. It's a new term from my cloud topic. Call it white glove onboarding because it is actually. It's the one-time first run package. This is also an own investment because it's the biggest part. The agent have to learn the agents have to learn the majority, the corner points of you and your businesses, and do the biggest work first, which are the last months. You can even come and say, Chantal, I also want to do it with the last year. I did it with my company, of course, also with the last year. And then this year it's already 7 months, right? So this is the biggest part. That's why this is a first run package. We have the best learning curve there, actually, also. And it's the biggest work. And this is also an investment. It's a separate investment, and everyone has to do it, because it's not, the Beleggio is not working without the first running package. And after then, there is an ongoing little, let's say, service abonnement, or a membership. You can also call it a membership, especially for the founding members. It will be a very, very nice thing. But for those coming after, we have not yet, at least, no community. Could be something. It's a good idea, actually, that I once will open a community, let's say on school, but it's not planned yet. For those just buying Beleggio, not as a founding member, later on, they don't have the founding member advantage. I will just tell you, they just buy it as a normal client and buy the first run package, and then choose a service abonnement. I hope this makes sense. And then, yes, it actually learns from you, from your company. It's doing these adjustments, this customized thing. You do it with it together. It's classifying your vendors, your accounts, connecting as currencies. If you have also several like me, setup of the currencies, setup of the dashboard, live dashboard. And for a founding member, it's me sitting there and helping you if you want that. So let's talk about the investments, right? So I did never talk about investments yet. It's the first time. So feel very welcome. We just made the math, Claude and I, together, what this first running package is actually worth. And we realized it's worth more than four or even $5,000 just to do the thing, because it's a foundation, right? And it's a very important foundation. It's such an important thing, customized on you and your own company, and it makes you sleep after that without guilt, right? So we don't want to collect four or $5,000, but I can tell you, I will start after the founding member launch with an amount of 2,900 as the first running package. And I think this is very generous, but I can stand behind this number. But the founding member actually don't have to pay this amount. Those who are choosing today or tomorrow, they actually get $1,000 discount in addition. So they just pay 1,900. And then we have this launch tiers. So it changes or every 2 days, the amount. And it's going up until we reach 2,700. So in the first, we call it tiers, those founding days, right? In the launch, we have every 2 days another tier. And this means not the same amount goodies in the goodie bag. They get less and less, and the amount of the running package get bigger and bigger towards the final amount. I hope this makes sense. If it's not making sense, please just tell me. Hi, Barbara, so nice to have you here. Thank you so much. So today and tomorrow, for the fast decider, they get it for 2,900 instead of no, 1,900 instead of 2,900, and they get the full goodie baggage. And this is actually the the special amount for the service abonnement, because the founding member get also here a special amount. You can choose from silver. Silver is a very specific possibility to reach out every month and to also not only get helps if one of the agents stacks, or if you have specific unique problems and the others don't have, you can reach out in the silver abonnement. I will tell the details about the silver abonnement later in the WhatsApp group. By the way, you find the link down in the descriptions. Just join the WhatsApp group and you don't miss anything. You can also read about the silver and the gold package, which is ongoing on the Beleggio site, which is beleggio.com, and you see everything there. So the founding member, they get 12 months with this specific special monthly amount, right? For those who are booking today and tomorrow, they get it 24 months, or this means for 2 years, the special monthly amount. Not only the best running package amount, but also the membership is much better for the founding members. But those who are booking today or tomorrow, they get it for 2 years and not only for 1 year. The second tier, which is the third and the fourth day of the launch, is you get also a beta invitation in my specific test group as soon as I introduce the portal downloader agent. This is a very big thing. I tell you, it's the hardest thing, because all this, this Cloudflare and as soon as you log in somewhere, you have to do these security things, right? Because they actually want that no bots and no agents are doing the things, because it's a security thing. It's a big thing, and I'm working on that. We have good solutions, and I'm very sure time is helping us here. And as soon as I will launch that, I can stand behind the thing, and you will get actually a better invitation and a specific amount reduced, of course. So the earlier you book, the more goodies you have, right? Those who are booking on the third or the fourth day, they actually lost the first tier from today and tomorrow. I hope this makes sense. The third tier is fifth and sixth day of the launch. It's that you get an invitation into the beta test group as soon the email butler agent gets introduced. This is not just an email butler, as you probably already installed on your email or in your Gmail with Gemini or something. It's not that, believe me. This email butler has so much more capacity and such a big service, really like a butler, not the butler, a butler. It's so exciting. I'm really loving this one, but he's also in the making. And as soon as I'm ready with that one, I introduce it, I launch it, and of course, my founding member gets a special invitation again to do the beta test with me, and of course, a very generous discount as well. The fourth tier is actually seventh and eighth day of the launch. All this founding member gets an invitation any other year. Again, we come together, we meet, we have fun, we eat together or do something, even offline perhaps. It's always very fun with my founding members. I always do founding member stuff when I introduce to know something new. And I really love that one. And the last tier is actually the special beta onboarding Q&As from the 10th to the 14th, the whole week, 5 day in this week after 10th of August, where we activate your specific Beleggio on your device. And there is only for the founding members a very special onboarding treatment. I don't do it again after. We have an automation on place for all the normal clients after founding member launches, and a very special idea of service. And you don't have to worry about that. But those who really like to come together and to build together, without losing any privacy things, right? They will love the founding member onboarding in this week. It has to be in this week, I'm honest, because I have to fully send the the whole project with the founding member feedbacks to Express, to the hackathon competition until the end of this week. We have still enough time, but I have to do that then, and only if I'm completed with everything, I can literally show what the people paid, and that they paid, and that they installed, and that they really give feedbacks. It doesn't matter if the feedback is good or bad, because we just go on and fix the things, right? But we have to have feedbacks, and then the competition registrations is completed then. So that's why I'm a little bit under time pressure, but it's a fun, nice, really exciting pressure, because you must imagine there are prices of $2.5 million, I think, and they are giving those money to 50 creators, I think. So the first five get an invitation to Los Angeles in the end of September, and I want to be there. How exciting! Of course, I'm there with my founding members as well, offline or online. We will see, right? So that's my goal, and it's very exciting. And for me, it's also a chance for Beleggio that we get this international visibility, of course. So, when we start now with a little small group, it could happen, it doesn't have to, but it could happen that we are suddenly big, right? So, let's enjoy this very precious and private moments for us, literally, right? So, let me grab my notes. Today we started with the launch. It's going until August 14th, and we close at midnight Dubai time on this August 14th. It's a Friday. It's in Zurich, 10 p.m. And you have enough time to just consider, come in my WhatsApp group. I will post there daily questions, frequently asked questions, or just answer your specific questions. I post things and little demos we are on high creation now. We create a demo version, a 3-minute demo version. My Claude Code, called Monsieur Claude, he actually creates from all the Zoom calls we had coming together and to develop Agent One. He creates a little video. We have to send that actually to the hackathon, and you will see that as well in the WhatsApp group. You will get everything there. It's gonna be a very, very big fun. Just join, even if you don't want to buy, right? You don't have to set up this pressure to yourself, but come and inform yourself. And it's like being in a clothes store, right? You go and you try on a jacket or a blouse or something, and then you just look into the mirror if it fits, right? And sometimes you buy and sometimes you don't buy. So come and look if it fits, right? And this is in the WhatsApp group happening. You find the link under the video. Yes, I think this is everything I just told you. If Arnold or Barbara has a question, please don't hesitate to write it here. If you see this video later on in the replay, don't hesitate to question as well. I will come back to this video, of course, but in the end, just let's collect all your questions in the WhatsApp group and I will answer there. It's my pleasure. So you also find everything at beleggio.com, my website. You find it under the video also. All is, I think, every open question is literally answered there, and all the details as well. You have the little kingdom video also there explaining all the things. I think, bye, Barbara. Thank you so much. I think the tiers in the launching sequence are also clear. The conditions with every tier, the price is rising. The second tier is 2,100 for the installing package. Then it's 2,300 and 2,500, and the last tier, the last 2 month days, it's 2,700. After that, for a while, it's closed, and when I open again, the installation package will be 2,900, and the silver tier is 99 for the founding members, 79, and the gold tier is 299 for the founding member, 222. There are only 3 spots, by the way, on the gold tier because it's manpower included, my manpower later than someone on my team. So come into the WhatsApp group. All the announcements will happen there in the next 10 days. It's one direction. It's you there, it's others there. It's very private. So don't worry about your privacy, right? In worst case, you get advertisement for your company. And yes, there are actually 2 parts. I almost forget to explain. In this specific WhatsApp group, there is an announcement part. You can just jump in and see in one blink of an eye all the announcements. And there is the group part where you can actually ask questions and refer to other statements. It's a very good thing. Thank you, Arnold. Yes, Village was really interesting. Thank you for this. And yes, Beleggio is competing with Gemini Express. We are very proud to be part of that. And it's getting exciting also for the founding members, I'm very sure, because we share the things, right? And the next days are very crucial about how it is going out. And I want to thank you for having me in this introducing hour. I'm so excited about the thing. I cannot stop to think and to imagine what relief it can bring you wherever you stand now. It doesn't matter if you are a founder or already a big player, especially in the online space. You have the things digitally. You will actually love it, even if you have already a team set up doing the things. They will actually thank you as well. And you will see, the more the Beleggio agents gets to know you, the better they get, the preciser they get. And we will actually, I mean, at the moment we learn that AI makes a lot of thoughts. This will disappear with every month. They get better and better, so precise that like no human can be in the end, no control system can be in the end. So we go with that, the first steps, and we just have the best foundation, if you ask me. Oh, speaking of best foundation, even if your agents are locally, you always get through the service packages, always get the latest features, by the way, also from Beleggio's part. Just that being said. Thank you so much for having me. Please don't hesitate to jump in the WhatsApp group. And for those watching after August 14th, jump also in the WhatsApp group. Still, it's opening. It's actually a bigger thing, human and AI, in my mission. And I have one chat only with Beleggio, and I'm very sure I will continue those chats for all the questions for potential um, members. Thank you so much. Have a good time. See you then. I now go to have more quality time again with my people. We go to the Lake of Lucerne. We grab, we registered for a specific ship. It's a Dampfschiff in German. I don't know the word in English. It's a very old, very big ship and very exciting. For 3 hours, we are on the lake. It's gonna be nice. Perhaps I go live short amount time in the WhatsApp group. We will see. But I see you there, right? I'm looking forward to catch up with you, and I'm excited, and it's a pleasure to answer your questions there. Bye bye. Thank you, those who were live. Thank you so much. Bye bye.